Hi, I'm Barry. Is email eating up your day, or how about your associates, the people you're counting on to get the work done? There are 7 absolutes to email that right now can make a huge difference in the success of your company, because email is absorbing information, it's absorbing energy, and it's absorbing resources. But first of all, do you really understand why email is not the best tool to communicate? Right now you're looking at my face. Now I realize that's hard to do, but for just a moment look at my face. As you're looking at me, your brain is making hundreds of impressions about my facial expression, the tone of my voice, the way I'm looking at you, and that's helping us communicate. Now imagine for a moment if we're only on the telephone. If we're on the telephone, then you can't see my face, and all you can tell is the voice inflection. And that's why being on the telephone isn't nearly as effective as face-to-face. But imagine if we're not face-to-face, we're not on the telephone, and you're simply reading an email. Then this is what your brain is able to take in. That's right, nothing. That's why email is an important form of communication in certain instances. But in many ways, email communication can be destructive to understanding, and it's highly prone to miscommunication. There are 7 basic principles. Here's one of the first ones. You've always got to begin the email with a call to action in mind. Why are you writing this email? What is it you're trying to accomplish in this email? And most importantly, what are you going to be asking people to do as a result of receiving this email? Secondly, you've got to know exactly what information goes in and what information shouldn't. If your associates take just a minute or 2 with each email to read more data than's necessary, if that adds up to an hour, 2 hours a day, that adds up to a day a week, do you realize how many days a year are being spent in extraneous activity that really isn't meeting your customers' expectations? Rule number 3 in the 7 absolutes of email: the time of day is critical. When you send that email has a direct relationship on the effectiveness of the email and the likelihood that you're going to get a response. Now, there are 7 email absolutes in total. Would you like to know all 7? Then why don't you join me on the 10th of May in Tampa for the Communication Skills Institute. For the first time, we're taking this and hundreds of other data points that deal with becoming an effective communicator, and we're presenting them in one-day workshops. This workshop's almost like a boot camp. You're going to have not only the day-long workshop, which includes meals and refreshments and all those things, but there's a 90-day web-based follow-up. And then the manual itself is over 100 pages of vital, practical information you can implement immediately to help you become a better communicator, to help your team communicate better on behalf of your customers and ultimately on behalf of you. So why don't you make it a point to invest in it? You can simply click on the pass-through, you can go directly to the site and reserve your seats in the Communication Skill Institute. I've given you 3 email absolutes. There's 4 more coming. I hope you'll join me this May for our Communication Skills Institute.